This is really convenient that Zapier actually has all the app integrations, but there's also other ways to integrate it in. Now, in terms of app integrations, this is pretty interesting here because Zapier actually connects into 7,874 different applications. So they have native integrations for all of these different things: Google Drive, HubSpot, Notion, MailChimp, Facebook, Calendly, all that kind of stuff. With Make.com, it's like 2,100 or something like that. And then with N8N, it's 400. So it depreciates quite a bit here based on the application that you're using. Now, this is fantastic, but just circling back to what I was saying earlier with these webhooks, where webhooks allow you to connect into tons of applications that don't necessarily have native integrations. Well, you can connect using webhooks. You can also connect using API documentation. Turns out that all of these applications have something called API documentation, and you can more or less connect in to these platforms using their API documentation. Now, the problem with this is, once again, you do need to have a technical background in order to do this, but there is always a way for you to connect into platforms using either a webhook or an API documentation for you to roll out yourself, right? So it just really depends on what you're looking for. Like, this is really convenient that Zapier actually has all the app integrations, but there's also other ways to integrate it in. Once again, like, you're paying in terms of time or money, right? It's one of the two currencies. Either you're paying, and it just depends on how much you value your time versus the money you're spending, and what that sweet spot or equilibrium is between how much time you invest into it and how much money you're investing into it as well. So that's important to note, but there are alternatives out there to integrating all of these other applications that you likely use. Just one other anecdote about this is that while it's great that they have 7,837 applications, like, man, I don't use that many. Like, I probably use like maybe 20. I don't know. And the 20 I use can likely be found on Make, Zapier, and N8N. There's only one application that I found that I needed to use Zapier for, that Make.com and N8N didn't have the functionality or ability to connect into. So just kind of keep that in mind as well.